Kia ora whānau. Welcome to the Guna Hub. This is our preview show of the game between the Arsenal and Everton. I'm Amit, this is Nev. How you been, bro? International break?
Yeah, bored out of my mind.
I know, it's a bit like that, with our football. Don't tell that to our
we did
wives.
have football, but it wasn't Arsenal.
You had some time to spend with your girlfriend.
Yeah, well, you had some sort of time to spend with your wife.
Yeah, I didn't say I was bored. Dude.
Life without football, bro, it's different.
Yeah, it's true.
Club
true.
football, but yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, Arsenal has come back.
I know, it's back. Kind of the international break a little bit sucks, we up here in New Zealand, we don't really, the All Whites are good, but we don't really have any international friendlies.
Yeah, not the side of the world there.
Yeah, so it's a little bit tame.
Yeah.
And we kind of, focus on other things in that break.
But it's quite interesting to see all the Arsenal players when they go off for international duty, and to see who makes the national teams and who gets on. Eddie not getting on for England. Wow.
Yeah, it's
what a disgrace.
Shocking,
What a disgrace.
Too friendly.
Why call him up? Why waste his time?
Guys on form too,
But yeah, onwards to Arsenal. Arsenal versus Everton.
Yeah.
Away. It's gonna be tough.
Yep, it's not been one of our better hunting grounds in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
We've had 4 losses?
We've had 4 losses and I think 1 draw in the last 5 games away at Everton.
At Goodison Park. So they're a little bit of a
terrible record.
Bogey team for us.
Yeah.
Even though, they've been struggling the last couple of years.
Yeah.
They
it's not like they've been a very good side in the last couple of years, but we seem to lose to them and not have good games against them. It's not even like we perform very well. We perform kind of poorly against them for some reason.
Something about that place.
Something
even coming into this game, they are in the bottom 3. Obviously, we're in the top half.
Yeah.
So again, same sort of scenario, but you just never know going to Goodison Park.
Yeah.
Recently.
What's been good and positive is that the last sort of 2 years we're kind of turning around these sort of hoodoo games or these bad luck games. We've gone to like Spurs, we've gone away last year and won at their place. It's slowly turning around. Hopefully this is another one where we turn around and get rid of that curse.
Yeah. So what do you expect from the boys in this game, man? What sort of attitude do you want to see out there?
I think it's gonna be a scrappy game because I think Everton's a bit of a physical side, and whenever we come up against a physical side that sort of stop us playing, we always kind of struggle.
Yeah.
But I expect we're going to be a bit rusty still. I expect that Arteta's still going to be trying things and experimenting maybe with 1 or 2 players here and there. But I do expect us to grind out a result.
Okay.
So, you?
Yeah, I think after the international break, you want us to lift off start from where we left off.
Yeah.
With a good win against a big team. So we had a bit of momentum. And then, most of our players went on international break. Everyone's fit. I don't think we had any major injuries.
No, we had a bit of a scare with Gabriel.
Yeah.
Obviously, Eddie didn't play, which is,
Partey's still out, but he was out before anyway.
El Nene's back, which is great. I don't suspect he'll be in the squad, but, that's another body we have coming back.
Yeah. But that's what I think, I think our team's pretty much going to be the same. I think we need to go out there in a place like that. It's a little bit hostile. It's kind of like going to Liverpool. Similar sort of vibe from the crowd and stuff. But we need to be able to handle those situations if we want to be champions.
Yeah.
So, if we really want to win this league this year, this is the perfect place to start. Get the attitude right. Who cares what comes at you? Come what may, we're going to win this game. And just keep believing that I think we'll get a win. It's not going to be easy. I think it's going to be close. But I feel like we've got enough this year to get us over the line, especially the likes of Declan Rice and stuff, that that have that sort of character to be able to deal with pressure places like this.
Yeah.
You know, and then to manage the game, like I feel like Arsenal has been managing the game well this year, even though like, you know, we've had that draw to Fulham, but like that Crystal Palace game, we managed it so well, you know. So it feels like we are maturing as a team as well. We know the right like moments to do things, when to attack, when to kind of not press, when to press, when to take people on, when to pass it, when to play long balls. It's kind of getting there. Obviously, we haven't been our best that starting period, but against Man United, we saw like, you know, when we unleashed our normal full strength team, and it was all, you know, we dominated them, man. We bossed that game, and I'm hoping for the same.
Yeah, I think so, and I don't think any Arsenal fan will say otherwise. I think we should be going there, and you know, if not blowing them away, we should be coming away with the comfortable-ish win. But you know, it's the Premier League, so you never know. Starting lineups.
Yeah, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. I would play David Raya in goal. I think this is a game maybe that you can switch it up. See how the new boy, now that he's been here for, you know, a few weeks, he's a little bit more integrated into the team.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a risk you take. You put in David Raya, you play Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel Zinni. I don't think that back four changes for the next couple of weeks. In the midfield, I think you stick with it, even though, I mean, you go Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard. And the reason why I still would pick Havertz, even though I think a lot of Arsenal fans wouldn't, it's going to be a physical game, and I think Havertz, although he's not the most aggressive player, I think he can handle it. I think if you put, you know, someone different into that role, they might not be able to handle the physical nature of it. Havertz is actually a very physical player, especially in defense. And I think we need that quality over maybe an attacking, someone who's very well established in attacking. Instead of maybe like a Trossard who is actually very good on the ball and very good at an attacking sense. I think Havertz you need for that defensive security.
You want to give Vieira a shout after, you know, he's been doing quite well.
Again, I think Vieira is really good at the moment off the bench. He's a bit of an impact player, and I think maybe this game, just because of the physical nature of it, he might be a bit lost. So I would stick with Havertz and then Odegaard and Rice in the midfield. And up top, I think you go Saka, Martinelli, and I think you go Jesus. Even though Eddie has been doing really well, I think this is a game where maybe you bring on Eddie and Vieira and Trossard and help, like, give them minutes off the bench and help use them as impact subs. It's not a game we can get wrong. It's not a game that we can afford to lose. So, yeah, I think that's what you stick with. Only thing is, I think with Odegaard and Havertz, I think maybe you switch them around to which part of the field they play on. I think you put Odegaard on the left maybe and Havertz on the right. You know, he got an assist in the international break, playing sort of in that sort of right area. So, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. My team, I would still start with Ramsdale. I agree that, you know, David Raya's been there for a while now. I feel like I'd rather start him in a home game.
That's true, yeah.
Especially in this game, it's going to be a hostile sort of place.
Yeah.
You're going to need a lot of togetherness in the team in some situations. You know, we might not even be in the lead for majority of the game. You know, it's one of those games. It could be like that. I feel like
that's true. Yeah.
I think we've got to go with the tried and tested, especially the back. So your back four, yeah, agree. Just Ramsdale to start. In midfield, my head will say we're going to keep the same team, and I feel like we should give Havertz a chance. But I want to see Jorginho play.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this game.
Yeah.
I want to see Jorginho and Rice.
Yeah.
And then Odegaard in front of them. So just for this game, but I feel like Havertz should still be playing. I feel like we just need to have, you know, security first, get it right. I think we're gonna have enough in the front just with the four to get the job done. But what has let us down in the past is we've conceded stupid goals, kind of been a little bit open.
Yeah.
And Jorginho, you know what you're gonna get from the guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna control the game.
It's gonna help us
pass and move, and kind of like with Everton's like big strong players, you kind of need quick ball movement, and I feel like that's why I went with Jorginho. But that's just my thing. I don't think it's gonna happen. Obviously, Arteta.
That's a good shout. I mean, I hope Arteta goes with that.
But the front three obviously will stay the same. I will still start in Nketiah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the guy's probably even more hungry now that he's been on the bench. He did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
The start of the season, even though Jesus is back. I feel like why can't he be benched another game? Just to. He looked like he was getting hungry too when he came on against United.
Yeah.
And so this is good.
Yeah.
You want him to be.
That's true. So you want him to prove himself again, right?
Yeah. So you can't just straight put him back into the team.
Yeah.
Especially when this guy's done nothing wrong.
See, the reason why I think Jesus starts for me in my lineup is because you play Havertz, and I think Jesus will help Havertz be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But in your case, if you're starting Eddie, I think you're correct in starting Jorginho.
Yeah.
And Rice, maybe letting Rice move up and down a little bit more.
But then you have that luxury of you got Vieira on the bench, you got Trossard on the bench, and Havertz. You can just and Jesus, so you can just change all of them around.
Yeah.
So, like I said before, we've got all of this in our locker that we should be really confident in this game, and I am, but it's just because of what's happened there in the past. It's like you can't take them for granted.
Yeah.
And I hope Arteta doesn't, and I hope the boys don't either.
Yeah. So scores.
That's me. I'll go for let's go 1-1 again because that seems to be last time I said that we won. So
I'm gonna go 2-1 to the Arsenal.
Superstitions.
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah, 2-1 to the Arsenal.
I'm hoping for. I'm pretty confident for a win.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see it. Let's see how the boys perform. Hopefully, it's a good performance because we have performed like shit over there the last few times.
Especially last year. So yeah, let's go. Come on, you guys.